Good evening and welcome to the Scottish Legends live stream. We are here for round 24 of the Monday Marathon at Donington Park. Tonight we have a 20-minute qualifying session followed by a 90-minute race. If you want to participate in these events here at the Legends, you can find our Discord link in the description. We run multiple events every week. We have the Monday Marathon every Monday at 1900 hours GMT, and the Fun Friday Championship every Friday also at 1900 hours GMT. We run a high safety rating on our servers. If you don't meet the safety requirement, you can request to be added to the driver's entry list, allowing you to bypass the safety rating. I'm Andy McDonald. I'll be your host and stream coordinator for tonight. Tonight joining me is my teammate, fellow broadcast member and co-commentator, Mr. Florian Braun.
Thank you, Andy. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Scottish Legends 90 minutes of Donington this evening. We're looking at 4 kilometers of track this evening, or 2.5 miles. And I think this will be a very interesting race, so stay tuned. And I think, Andy, let's jump right into quali.
Absolutely. We've got Majolo back on the stream for tonight. Currently in P16. He hasn't set a lap at the moment. Mr. Dresch is currently in P1 doing a 126. We can expect 126 lap times for the qualifying. That'll take the race, the 90-minute race, into 64 laps for the guys that are doing the 126, and slightly more laps for the guys that are doing the slower speeds. We're expecting refuel probably about the halfway mark for some of the guys that are playing the basic strategy. For the other guys that are a little more in depth with their fuel saving and their fuel strategy, we can see those guys pitting at perhaps unexpected times. So yeah, with that being said, Florian, over to you. Let's follow the top 10 qualifiers.
Let's look at our top 10 qualifiers. Thank you, Andy. We currently have on P1 Mr. Dresch, currently setting the fastest lap with a 126.8. And if we then take a look up to P7, they are all in a gap of under 1 second. So Mr. Marcibella P2, Mr. Mika Newcop on P3, Bruno Longarella on P4, Wooly, Olivia, Pommy, Coco, and then on P10 finally Mr. Brandwein. The list will change quite a lot. We got 40 minutes to go. Currently we got 30 drivers on track, so a lot of traffic, and every driver has to make sure they have plenty of space in front of them to set a good and fast lap.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Trevino just went into P6 there currently, just went into P7. Mr. Longarella took that P6. Mr. Bella just had a yellow flag there, looks like he's just went into the pit. But yeah, Mr. Bella just set the fastest lap there, putting himself into P1 with a 126.255. As I said, we can expect 126 to perhaps 128 on the race. So that'll be exciting.
Correct, but I will expect a 125 from Marcibella this evening. Maybe he can push a little bit harder and delete those 0.2 milliseconds. I think he can do that. We have some... Andy, maybe let's look at our drivers this evening. As I already told you, we got 30 people and quite some new faces as well, but let's maybe talk about some legends here which we are seeing all week. We got Andy, you can it's your turn.
Okay. First up we have Mr. Marcibella, one of the fastest guys in the group in the community at the moment. Absolutely blistering speeds, always seconds and seconds and seconds ahead. We did have a new P2 there. We'll get to him in a minute. He's just dropped down into P3. Mr. Dresch P2, familiar face on the stream here. Really fast guy, up there with the top 3 of the legends, absolutely fast guy. Mr. Big U, as I said, they had P2 there until Mr. Dresch took it back. New driver, certainly a new name to the stream, I haven't seen him before. Mr. Trevino, same again, I quite like that launch car. Same again, I've not seen the name on the stream, so very unfamiliar. Oh, and Mr. Mohammed has just took P4 there. Mr. Mohammed, absolute legend. Mr. Yusuf Mohammed, that puts Mr. Trevino into P5. Mr. Brandwin, a new name to the stream also. Very welcome, guys, very welcome. Another legend, Mr. Newcoop, just currently into P8 there. Maggio has just set another lap time, putting him in P5. Mr. Newcoop, yep, absolute legend, P8. Mr. Bremer, the name's somewhat familiar. Mr. Lever, absolute legend, there he is, sporting his blood livery. We've seen Mr. Lever quite a lot on the stream, very welcome, bro. Mr. Longarella, another favourite on the stream. Very fast guy, one to watch. I'm expecting Mr. Longarella to achieve top 5 at least during the qualifying. Mr. Woolley, another popular name on the stream, very familiar. Yeah, but he's just set P4 for the qualifying. Good to see. Mr. Pommy, another familiar name. There he is. There he goes. Pretty cool. Mr. Coco, never seen the name before. Quite an odd livery there. Quite an odd car scheme. I'm sure it represents something. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Coco. Mr. Marty Fox. The Fox, yeah, you've got to watch. Yeah, you've got to watch Marty Fox. So, expecting top 10, top 5. Mr. Raymond Crawford, wherever he is, let's find him. There he is. So, yeah, Mr. Raymond Crawford, the founder and the boss here at the Legends. Absolute great guy. Mr. Camaras, or Camaras, whatever way you prefer to pronounce it. As ever, he's in the same livery. Absolute legend, that guy. Mr. Riggin, wherever he is, let the camera find him. There he is, Mr. Riggin, absolute legend. Mr. Cook in his Senna livery. We talked about the Senna livery I think 2 weeks ago on the stream. Who else we got here? Mr. Dasheen, absolute legend, another legend. Mr. Hussein, I'm sure we've had Mr. Hussein before. Mr. Grande, Mr. Ango, he was on the last stream. I think he qualified towards the back, but welcome Mr. Ango. Mr. Z, Mr. Vlasov, Mr. Porter, and Mr. Manudonna. Once the camera catches him, there we go. So let's go back to our P1 for the moment. He's still on track, Mr. Marcibella. His Delta's currently just went green, not by much, fractions of a second. No one else really setting a blistering lap. Mr. Lever is 1/10 up, but that won't do much for P11, I don't think.
Mr. Pommy in his Honda Kadma 400, currently on P14. He had a delta of minus 0.3, but dropped down now to 0.1. This would put him basically nowhere. That will be still P14.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see the times are very challenging. 1:26 being the absolute, the fastest time, and you can see most of the grid is bring up the thing. Most of the grid is doing 1:26, 1:27. You could even argue maybe even 1:28 there at the end. Yeah, just looking at the deltas here, people. We're looking at our monitors. You guys can't see it, but we're monitoring the deltas at the moment. Let me get rid of that.
Yeah, everyone, if you take a look at the right side of your screen, you can see the little map of the track that we are racing on this evening, Donington. As you see, it's quite packed actually, so It's really hard to get a good lap in if you have a slower car in front of you.
Yeah, that's a great point about the congestion on this little track. The tracks here in the UK are typically quite small compared to the international circuits. So when we do get a lot of drivers in these tracks, it can be quite chaotic, and as Florian's suggesting that you need to space yourself out to provide yourself with that ability to perform a clean lap and a fast lap.
Correct, but the problem is if you don't get your fastest lap in during quali and you start a little bit further back, you are actually faster than the guys in front of you.
Yeah.
So this is quite dangerous, but also leads to good quad racing. So, but nevertheless, with 30 cars this evening, or 27 at this moment, I think we will definitely can expect some great racing. There will be some losses as always, so I think with 27 now we will end with, I don't know, let's say 20 cars on track, but will be quite interesting nevertheless.
Yeah, it's going to be epic, absolutely epic. You know, as you suggested, the close racing. This track is only 10 metres wide, maximum 12 metres wide, so there's not much room to overtake. It's very typical of these tracks here in the UK where there's not much room to overtake. Slightly easier to defend, especially if you're dealing with a professional or experienced driver.
Marcibella is currently a little bit faster. He could, maybe he could increase to 126.1, but at the moment I thought he could do a 1 minute and 25 seconds, but I don't think he can. I mean, let's take a look at the track conditions this evening. We currently have an optimal track, so it's good to drive on and not very slippery. We have 90 degrees Celsius in the air and 90 degrees Celsius on track, so rather good conditions.
Yeah, the temperatures are fair here in the UK, 19 degrees, that's pretty good. And we've also got to consider the time of night it is. It's 7:15 in the evening here in the UK, in the game time of course. So, you know, 19 degrees optimum, and the weather forecast looks good. So yeah, we'll not be long folks, we've only got about approximately 4 minutes left of qualifying here at Donington Park. Following Mr. Marcibella, absolute legend at the moment, looks like he's slowing down and he's retiring for the qualifying perhaps.
Well, maybe he gives himself some space.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. We'll check back in with Marcy in a minute or two before the qualifying session comes to an end. Anyone of note, Florian? Mr. Lever is 2/10 of a second up, which will put him in 4th position, possibly 3rd.
Yeah, Andy, I think only everyone found their pace at the moment.
Yeah.
No
Sorry,
Lever
has just lost that green delta there. He's fell behind.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
No, don't worry about it. No improvements or great losses at this moment. I think everyone's found their pace, and maybe this will be the grid that we will start on with the race. Race will be simulated to be on the next day, so there will be a chance that we get some different weather. And also the race will be simulated at 3 p.m. So late say.
Yeah.
I'm lost for words, Colin.
It's okay, bro. I got you, man. I got you. So mid-afternoon. The weather's going to be, assumedly it's going to be fine, but you never know on these Legend servers. They do run dynamic weather, so it can be unexpected. As we talked about the last time, you know, it can be torrential rain on the Saturday for qualifying and a nice sunny day on the Sunday for the race. So it can be unpredictable at times, especially here in the UK, where the weather is very temperamental.
Only 2 minutes remaining at this point. I think we will, especially podium, so we have Marcimella on P1, Dwesh on P2 and the big U currently on P3. I think this will be the order that we are starting the grid in the next 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at the deltas here, folks, as Florian said, no one's really going to make any progress on their position at their current deltas. We're just waiting for the timer to come to an end here, folks. We'll get a quick look at the results, the final qualifying results, before we go to the next session loading screen for a minute or two, and then we will be back with the race. But at the moment we've still got a minute, so anything can happen, you never know. Mr. Longarella is up 3/10, which would put him in 9th place over Mr. Mohammed. Let's see if Mr. Longarella can keep that delta.
Yeah, a few weeks ago we actually raced the, what's it called, the BMW M2 T6 car.
Wow,
here.
and Mr. Longarella has just achieved P4 in the qualifying. Sorry bro, I didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry bro.
No, but that's something to mention. So very good. Great job from Bruno Longarella now on P4. He was in P10, I guess, correct, Andy?
Yeah, yep.
Well, that's quite an improvement. Yeah, we had Big U actually on P3, now dropping back to P5 as we see Mika Newcup now on P3. So a big loss for Mr. Big U.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, those guys, 4, 5, 6 were expecting maybe to finish the qualifying in those positions, but no, Mr. Longarella come in there and said, my turn. Mr. Cook is at 4/10 of a second, but unfortunately it won't put him close to Mr. Park. Or it may in fact happen. Let's see what happens in the match wait time here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Yeah, and I was talking about Mr. Mohammed. We actually raced a few weeks ago. We raced the BMW M2 T6 car here on Donington, and I think Mr. Mohammed actually finished P1 or P2. So today in GT3 on this track, not his best performance.
No, you're absolutely correct. I noticed that about Mr. Mohammed. He's really good on some of the tracks. When we did the triple stint at the UK tracks, he was absolutely dominating for like 2 of the tracks or something. And then on the 3rd track, it just, not enough practice, I think.
Yeah.
Okay folks, I think that's the final results for the qualifying, but you never know. Let's get a look at the deltas here. Oh,
yeah, it is.
Let's go to the results. Okay, we managed to catch them there that time. Florian, anything to say about the list?
I'm really looking forward to the race. Marcimella P1 and then Dwesh, Newcup, Longarella, all familiar names, all very good and talented drivers. Let's hope we will see some great battles in P1 to P5.
It's going to be brilliant, bro. And we also have Mr. Majiola and Mohammed in 8th and 9th there, so they're ones to watch. And of course we have Mr. Fox in P17. Watch that guy, folks. Guaranteed he's going to end up top 10 or maybe even perhaps top 5. We've got a lot of fast drivers in, so those top 5 spots are going to be occupied, I suspect. But let's go to the next session loading screen. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the race. Hello and welcome back to the Monday Marathon here at the Legends. We're here at Donington Park for a GT3 race. Little wait on the kick-off here, we're just on the formation lap. Everything all good, Florian?
Everything good, Andy, thank you. I'm really looking forward to the race, I'm really excited. Let's see who has the upper hand in the first corner. I have a feeling it will be Bella, but Mr. Dwesh had a good start on last race. He finished P1, so let's see what this race will be.
Absolutely. And we're going to get a helicam overview on T1, but for the moment just let's keep up with the race leaders, and we're off. Mr. Masabella takes the lead straight away. And we've got some carnage there, that's why we keep the helicam, folks. And all the drivers seem to have recovered okay, apart from maybe one.
Yeah, but they avoided it all pretty good, some running wide, that's okay in this point.
Yeah, they all done well.
Yeah.
Really well done, guys. Great action.
Very easy lead for Marcy Bella there, but actually Mika Newcop overtook Dwesh and is now in second place there.
And we have very close bumper to bumper action here almost.
Very clean racing at this moment. Bruno Longarella in the first corner, he runs a little bit wide there. We can see him running it tight here as well. So we're approaching our hairpin. This hairpin will actually be one of the best of overtaking opportunities, as we have some contact from Bruno Longarella. And there's cars spinning all over the place.
Yeah. I don't think we need to view a replay of that, folks. I think it's very clear what happened there. It's unfortunate. And we can see Mr. Lever there struggling to get off the grass. And unfortunately that puts Mr. Longarella down into P26. Mr. Kamaras up a position, Mr. Maggio up a position over Mr. Mohammed. Mr. Mohammed currently in P12. We just had the yellow flag from Mr. Potvin cutting the grass. We are getting some lawnmower time.
Now this is so frustrating for Bruno Longarella. He started in P4. He's now down to P26. So yeah, extremely frustrating for him, a lot to catch up. He will definitely catch up some places, as we see Mohamed spinning there as well. One of our good drivers here at the Scottish Legends. Let's see what happened there. Little bump there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Mr. Mohammed, and the grass has just took him completely.
Yeah, it's so slippery on the grass. It's so easy to lose the car there. The car sits so low on the ground.
And unfortunately that puts Mr. Mohammed in P26. We're just waiting for the ball to catch up there, folks. Mr. Potvin has just took a position over Mr. Angle for P20. Mr. Longarella has just took a position over Mr. Kusbriok for P22. Mr. Longarella is expected to work his way back up the grid, so that will be very interesting to see. Very early days. Got a lot of time left on the clock.
Yeah, Mohamed as well, and I actually see at my other screen currently Mr. Lever, car number 13 in the Ford, is now on P25 there as well. I think he was involved in the crash at the hairpin, so he lost 18 places as well, starting in P7 now on P25. So we have three extremely fast and good drivers, being a little bit unlucky there and now running last. But they will be very, very eager to catch up and maybe catch up to 10 places or something like that.
Yeah, Mr. Longarella just went off the track again there. Let's see what happened.
No, not his best day today.
No,
I have a
it's
feeling.
not. And
two cars.
Sorry, bro. It's actually quite funny because we've had like 3 or 4 cars coming off onto that grass. I think we've seen Mr. Mohammed do it as well. Sorry folks, let's catch up with the race leaders here and go off this helicam. Mr. Crawford just lost a position to Mr. Trevino there, putting Mr. Oh, Andy's back. Mr. Crawford has just took the position back there. Well done, sir. Mr. Grande up a position over Mr. Desheen on that tight bend there at Melbourne Hairpin.
And you see so many cars running wide. They were now side by side. I was looking at...
Mr. Trevino has dropped quite a few positions there from P8. He's currently in P14. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. That was the driver I was searching for, Mr. Trevino. Yeah, he runs wide. He missed his braking point actually in the last turn. So he runs wide and he lost 5 positions there. Yeah.
Something happened to Mr. Dresch. He's lost some positions and down into P5, giving Mr. Bowen, Mr. Big U, P3 and P4. Mr. Pommy up in position over Mr. Marty Fox there, taking P12. Let's stick with this action, folks. And Mr. Maggio up in position over Mr. Raymond Crawford. Not quite sure what happened there, but that puts Mr. Maggio into P8 and Mr. Crawford into P9.
Yeah, as we're approaching another hairpin, you can actually see the track is actually going downhill there. And in the next corner, so in the last corner, the track is also going downhill. And Andy, what does that mean for a braking point?
Yeah, you know, at that point gravity is going to take over. Your brakes are going to be worked more than normal because, as I said, gravity. And you know, maybe you'll need to trail brake a little more and get that absolutely perfect, or perhaps just brake a little early on on the brake point.
Yeah, it's very hard if the track is going downhill. Yeah. And we will see some drivers running wide there.
Especially with the bigger, heavier cars like the Ford Mustang over the smaller, lighter cars like the McLaren and perhaps the Ferrari. Yep. You know, the gravity does have a big effect.
Yes, we have a yellow flag.
Yeah, Mr. Bremer, let's take a look. And as you said, just, you know, a little wide, curb got him. Unlucky.
Yeah, we currently have a lot of... Sorry, Andy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we currently have a lot of tight battles. Tightest battle at the moment is Trevino against Mr. Pommy. He's now taking the inside. There he is. Yeah, there he is. Yes, there he is. And he actually got the position over Mr. Pommy there. Pommy in the green car and Mr. Trevino in the orange Ferrari. Many tight battles here. I'm currently looking at Mr. Ango and Mr. Parky. Sorry, Mr. Ango and Mr. Mohammed. Yeah, and that's the thing I said. Mr. Mohammed dropped back 18 places and now is very eager to fight back. As we see a very aggressive move from the outside. And they will stay side by side for next turn. As we see some other cars lay in the grass as well, but maybe let's focus on the battle.
Yeah, a lot of people have been spinning onto that grass. I've seen 3 yellow flags there. I'm pretty sure that Mr. Desheen may have upset Mr. Parky because they both had yellow flags at the same time. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Sorry folks, let's get back into the action here. Our gaps are 0.2 seconds. We have Mr. Lever fighting Mr. Bremer for P17. We have Mr. Mohammed battling Mr. Ango for P19. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Fox. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Mr. Fox as well, Andy. Yeah, Mr. Fox battling for Pommy. You said, Andy, Mr. Fox will finish P10 or higher. I will go with you there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Fox is a very, very talented driver and very consistent, and that's his main key, that he's so consistent, doing not a lot of mistakes, so he benefits if people question in front of him.
Yeah, I think it's got something to do with those purple wheels. Pretty cool, man, pretty cool. Mr. Trevino is 0.3 seconds out from Mr. Crawford, the con-founder here in our Legends. We'll keep an eye on that. Mr. Bremer 0.1 seconds out, just fell behind to 0.3. Mr. Ango, I think, just fell behind there to Mr. Longarella and Mr. Mohammed. Let's keep up with this action, 0.2 seconds out, 0.3. And Mr. Longarella and Mr. Mohammed fighting for that P19. Mr. Longarella 0.2 seconds out from Mr. Mohammed.
Yeah, and you have Lever in P18 there as well. So, Andy, if I would be Longarella or Mohammed at this point, I think I would not attack. Because I know, hey, Mohammed and Lever, they're so fast as well. Maybe let's stay together, focus, and use the slipstream to get all through the other guys and get in front of them, and then maybe fight.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a sensible thing to do. But you know, when you're in that driver's seat, you know, you're just that concentrating on the win, concentrating on keeping it on the track. You know, sometimes the sensibility goes right out of the mind. Mr. Kamara's had some kind of thing there going on. He's fell down 3 places. Yeah, 3 places. Putting Mr. Kamaras into P12.
Yeah, he got passed there by Mr. Trevino. You could see him for a second there in the bottom of your screen, the orange Ferrari. I'm currently very surprised by Mr. Trevino, car number 55 Ferrari, attacking Crawford there. Currently great racing from him, very aggressive, and he made some spaces, so that's good. Some places, sorry.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro, no worries. We just had Maggio taking position over Mr. Cook, putting Mr. Maggio into P6.
And sorry, Mr. Trevino, so, yeah. Side by side, yep. And there you go.
Yeah, we've got 2 battles going on, Mr. Trevino and Mr. Maggio. Obviously, Maggio's took that position over Mr. Cook, and Mr. Trevino has took that position over Mr. Crawford.
Yeah, Trevino had an extreme speed advantage over Crawford there.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Parkey has just overtook Mr. Angle, putting Mr. Parkey into P21. Still at Mr. Parkey, good driver. Mr. Lever up a position over Mr. Bremer for P17. And Mr. Crawford has fell behind 0.7 seconds behind Mr. Trevino for that P9 fight, sorry, excuse me. And Mr. Lever 0.2, 0.3 seconds out from Mr. Potvin. Let's see what happens here, folks. 0.0 seconds out, yeah. And
Mr. Lever.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Mr. Potvin in the black BMW.
Yeah, I just seen Mr. Hussein flying off the track there, and
yeah.
Yep.
And
Mr. Kamaras has took that spot back over Mr. Palmy for P11. Let's see if he can hold it in this straight. And it looks okay going into the corner.
There are many great battles at the moment.
Let's go through the battles with Mr. Cook fighting Mr. Maggio for P6, 0.4 seconds out. Mr. Fox.
Mr. Lever and Mr. Bremer. Sorry, Andy, to interrupt you there.
No, no, go ahead, bro.
But Mr. Lever, Mr. Buema,
Yep.
you can see him in the back in
0.1.
his white and blue McLaren is now attacking Mr. Lever in the Ford. Looking, the livery is quite cool.
Yeah,
Looking
absolutely.
like
I love the call scheme.
some blood stains there.
Yeah, pretty brutal, man. Pretty brutal.
But they had a second where they were side by side. This was
Yeah,
pretty interesting.
I seen it on the board.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that is cool, bro. So we've got those two guys fighting as well for P16. Mr. Trevino is 0.2 seconds out from Mr. Coco. Let's see if we can take him on the inside. And nicely done there.
Maybe you can catch him right back with the slipstream.
Yeah, maybe.
It's going to the outside. Oh, he's blocking. That's good. Totally legal. And he can hold on to his lead there. Very good defending from Mr. Trevino.
Absolutely.
As we see Mr. Küch getting closer and closer to Luca Maggiolo.
Yeah, half a second out at the moment. Mr. Anglo just took the position over, I believe it was Mr. Zinni, but Mr. Zinni just took it back. Mr. Mohammed up a position over Mr. Hussein, and Mr. Hussein falling down. I don't know what happened there, some kind of mistake, giving Longarella that P19 and Mr. Mohammed in P18. Let's keep an eye on that, folks. Mr. Lever, Mr. Potvin and Mr. Grande, our little trio here, approximately 0.3 seconds out from each other. Let's keep an eye on that. Mr. Mr. Camaras and Mr. Pommy fighting for that P11. Mr. Crawford's just a little bit out in front there. Mr. Potvin just took a position over Mr. Grande there, putting Mr. Potvin into P14. And what else we got on the board here, Florian, that you want to look at, bro?
Yeah, personally I would stick to Potvin Lever at the moment.
Yeah, it's quite a little trio.
And very late braking there. Oh, I think there was some contact as well from Mr. Lever and Mr. Potvin. It was very, very close. Almost spinning him out.
Yeah, it looked very close. It looked as if there was some minor contact there.
Yeah, and I don't want to be Mr. Lever. I don't want to be Mr. Grande at this point. As we see Mr. Crawford. See what happened there.
Let's take a look at the boss. I don't think Elix's been called that, you know, I'm not quite sure. Do you remember who that green car is? We can check in a moment.
The green car is Mr. Pommy.
Yeah, it is indeed. Mr. Longarella finally took that position from Mr. Hammond, putting Mr. Longarella into P17. Mr. Mohammed behind with a 0.5 second gap. Mr. Grande just lost the position to Mr. Bremer, not quite sure what happened, but
yeah, let's put a replay, Andy, of that.
Okay.
Was good to see. Great overtake.
Nice.
And after that, if you have time, Andy, for that, replay of Mr. Longarella.
I don't think. I think
that doesn't work. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We've basically got 20 seconds from the incident happening.
Okay.
Cool, bro.
But as I promised everyone, Longarella and Mohammed, they are rushing through the pack. They were at P22, P23, now up to 17 and 18, and they will attack the cars in front of them.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Pommy's up a position over Mr. Camaras for P10. And Mr. Big U, I noticed him approaching Mr. Newcoop for that P2. Let's keep an eye on this, folks. Yeah. The guys at the front don't get enough love because they're very consistent and very fast, so nothing much happens. But
yeah, Big U there on the inside.
Yep, go bro.
Let's see who has the speed advantage here, but it seems that Mika Newcomb is a little bit faster.
Yeah. Almost looking aggressive there from the camera angle, even though we've seen at the last second there that there was plenty of space.
Now he's right on his bumpers.
Yeah, right now,
Extremely
yeah.
close racing, very good for Mr. Big U. Now approaching a heavy braking zone into a fast right-hander. Easy to run wide there and lose the car. We saw that with Raymond Crawford, I guess.
Yep.
And now we see in the background in the white car, that's actually Mr. Dwesh joining the party. So maybe let's stick to this battle at the moment as Dwesh is getting closer and closer, taking Big U.
Yeah, just as a side note, something happened to Mr. Palmer. He's falling down the column. He's currently in the pits, so not quite sure what happened there.
Okay.
Mr.
Very
Dresch.
late there on the brakes.
Yep, yep. Keeping it very ordered down through that hairpin there. No one would like to make a mistake at this point. Heading down the Wheatcroft Straight, it's called, down into Redgate Corner. Very consistent, the three drivers, we can see that gap just kind of opening and closing very consistently. Sorry,
Maybe
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Andy. Yeah, maybe Andy, if this constellation of the top P2, P3 and 4 will stay for the next lap, maybe we can get an onboard from Mr. Dwesh. What do you think?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We just had a lever,
yeah.
we just had a little switcheroo there from Lever and Mr. Potvin. Mr. Crawford up a position over Mr. Grandi. We just missed that overtake there. Let's go back with Mr. Dresch. Although we've got Mr. Longarella 0.2 seconds out from Mr. Bremer. Keep an eye on that, folks. But let's go back to the main battle for P3 at the moment. This is of course Mr. Dresch battling Mr. Big U for P3. Mr. Dresch 0.3 seconds out. And
we're approaching the last corner, let's jump on board with Mr.
Yeah, I was
Dwesh.
just going to ask you, cool. Let's go.
As we're approaching now turn 1, it's very difficult because it's also the pit exit. You can see it there on the green color on the ground. Now we're approaching a very fast right-hander, going downhill. You can't see much of the track, especially when you're close to other cars in front. Now heavy braking into a fast right-hander. Cut a lot of the corner, but also keep it tight on the outside, because you don't want to run right there. Cut the corner. Now heavy braking at the board into an almost 90-degree right turn. Very different corner here as well. You can't see much of it. Going a little bit uphill there. As we approach now a back straight main overtaking opportunity, or one of the many overtaking opportunities. Let's get some slips in here as we're approaching a chicane, a left and right chicane. Heavy braking at the board. Cut a lot of corner there to maximize your exit speed. And we're now, you can see the track is now falling downwards, and this means that braking is so hard there. And a lot of stress on the brakes. Now going back uphill again for our last turn, which is sloping downwards as well. Heavy braking and keeping it inside and very tight, and maximize your exit there to our start and finish line.
Absolutely outstanding, buddy. Thank you very much for that. That was perfect, bro.
I mean, it's a very fast track and some blind corners there as well. Very easy to run wide, many corners to cut. So yeah, every lap has to be clean there.
Yeah, so we just caught who was it? I think it was down and I lost that position. You just seen him running wide on that hairpin there, losing the position to Mr. Potvin and the black BMW. Mr. Grande just fell behind Mr. Parky there, Mr. Parky P19. Mr. Kushbrook lost the position to Mr. Z and the pink BMW there. What else we got here, folks? Mr. Bremer 0.2 seconds out from Mr. Potvin, let's keep an eye on that. Mr. Trevino 0.3 seconds out from Mr. Cook, and we've seen some progress there from Mr. Big U, 0.8 seconds out from Mr. Newcoop. Mr. Newcoop had over a 1 second gap just a moment ago, and that's just fell below 1 second, so this is very interesting here. Sorry folks, we just had Mr. Bremer take a position over Mr. Potvin there, and Mr. Crawford doing a little switcheroo with Mr. Hussein gaining and losing a position.
Thank you, Andy, for covering that.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, so we just covered that there. Let's keep with this action here, folks. Mr. Longarella has threw himself right into this mix here that was fairly consistent for a bit. Let's see what happens here. The P1, 2 and 3 are a half a second out or more, and oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, and you know, we see these chain reaction incidents quite a lot on these tight tracks, especially in the tight corners. That's very unfortunate for all drivers, but everyone got away and didn't lose too many positions, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe let's put a replay on this again. That was Mr. Potvin. You can see. Oh, okay. That's
oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, bro.
Don't worry about it. But Mr. Potvin in his black BMW strange. Actually hit Bruno Longarella there. So such an unlucky race for Bruno Longarella here in Donington this evening.
Yeah, the action was so close, you know, it was almost destined to happen. You know, the proximity of those drivers there in the last seconds before that quite tight turn. And we can see Mr. Potvin and the black BMW just running a little wide there.
Yeah, and sorry, Andy, I have to correct my statement. It was not Bruno Longarella, it was Mohammed, but they're racing the same livery, so I got confused. It was Mohammed.
Yeah, it's very confusing, bro. You learn all the liveries and all the different drivers and stuff like that, and then, you know...
Oh, big corner cut
there. Cut there, and it's...
But Parky is running wide as well, and losing the car, hitting the barrier on the outside, and spinning all over the place.
Sorry, bro, that's very unfortunate. I think that threw Mr. Parky off his concentration there. You know, a car just coming out of right field, so to speak. Yep. That's unfortunate for Mr. Parky. Mr. Trevino 0.1 seconds out from Mr. Cook. Let's see what happens here. Mr. Cook in the centre livery and Mr. Trevino in the orange Ferrari 296 GT3.
Yeah, Mr. Trevino is on fire this evening. He started P10, now he's in P7. He overtook Mr. Fox, Coco, and so on. He had some great battles and he's very fast. I think he actually could be faster than Mr. Kuch. We will see here as we are now approaching the hairpin.
Yeah,
but
just
I think the gap. Sorry, Andy.
Yeah, so sorry, just a little note, since Trevino 0.5 seconds out, I'll keep an eye on that gap. Mr. Fox has reached P10, as we talked about, so, you know, let's see what happens there. But yeah, going back to Mr. Trevino, 0.5 seconds out currently at the moment. But poking his nose in, see where he can apply that pressure, see where he can get that gap.
It's all about the pressure, Andy correctly mentioned it. It's very important to keep the pressure up, to make yourself present in the mirror of the front guy, so he knows you are there, and then maybe just wait for a mistake.
Yeah, talking about mistakes, I think Mr. Hussein had a slight mistake there, which put Mr. Mohammed and Mr. Grande up into P17 for Mohammed and P18 for Mr. Grande.
Yeah, sorry, but Mr. Krug is now side by side with Torino.
Yep.
But Torino couldn't make the move stick. He chickened out there a little bit at the end. It was very good. Unfortunately we missed two turns there. They were side by side for plenty of time.
It's okay,
But-
bro. I'm sure there's going to be much more action to come. As I was sort of, let's see what happens here. And you could see Mr. Trevino going left, going right like a boxer, trying to apply that pressure, see where the gap is. But of course, Mr. Cook defended it very, very well in that chicane.
Maybe let's stick to them for one another lap. Actually, in turn 3 and 4, Mr. Torino was slightly faster than Mr. Kuch. And I mean, Andy, that's something you know as well as being a racing driver here as well. You're not good in every section of the track. You have good parts of the track, and you have you're not so good on some other parts. And yeah, you have to use that for your advantage if you know that the car in front of you has some corners are a little bit slower. Sorry.
Absolutely.
I can't talk this evening. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I know exactly what you're saying. You know, the way I would perhaps phrase it is, you know your limits in each sector. So, if you, as you were saying, if you know you're not good in a particular sector, hang back. Yeah, some slight contact there. Both drivers managed to keep it on track. Really good to see. And of course, Mr. Trevino took that P7 over Mr. Cook. Sorry guys, got a lot of yellow flags here at the P3, P4, P2. Let's see what happened. Hopefully we can catch this.
Yeah, we can.
Let's get an overview. Sorry about the helicam, but it gives us a true representation of what's happening. Okay, that was very unfortunate. Small contact there. Everyone managed to recover. Yeah, sorry, I was going to say Mr. Longarella is currently in pits. I don't know if he's in there retiring or getting fuel or what's happening. It is approaching that time where the drivers do need to fuel, ladies and gentlemen. So we're expecting some pit stops within the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, Andy, I know you told me before the race you actually did your homework and did your calculations this evening. Maybe you can tell us.
So what would you like to know?
I want to know about pit strategy and maybe how much fuel they burn per lap and how that affects the strategy.
Well, I don't know about that much detail, but here's the numbers anyway.
Thank you.
Right, okay, so we're expecting fuel at the 45-minute mark. The drivers are expected to do 32 laps before they need to pit. The halfway fuel is approximately 80 litres of fuel per stint. So, you know, the guys doing the 80 litres need to pit at the 45 minutes and then refuel. So we're expecting that, as I said, in the next 15 to 20 minutes perhaps. The cars are using anywhere from 2.5 litres up to 3 litres for the bigger cars like the Ford Mustang per lap. And yeah, as Florian was hinting at there, the strategy, a lot of drivers, especially the new drivers, will be just judging the fuel for that halfway mark, whereas the more experienced seasoned drivers will be perhaps applying fuel saving and you know, lap offsets for the fuel for the strategy. That okay, Florian?
Andy, that perfectly answered my question. Do you want to know some fun facts?
Yeah, go for it. I'll keep us up with the action.
I know that you have some as well, so maybe we will start with the pre-race or the history of the track and some facts about that. The track actually opened back in 1931, and you already told me that as well. It was actually the very first permanent park circuit or race or maybe racetrack in whole England. England's very first racetrack.
Yeah, it's the longest operating one. It's the oldest, longest operating. There is older tracks, but Donington Park is the longest, one of the oldest, longest operating tracks, and of course it still operates up till today.
Yeah, and what I think is very interesting, I mean that they opened back in 1931 and then sadly World War I happened. So actually a history fact for you guys, during World War I, there is a building at the racetrack, which was called Donington Hall Estate, and that was actually used as a prisoner war camp. So they basically raced cars and held prisoners as well.
Yeah, World War One. I wouldn't expect it to be, you know, German prisoners of war, but you never know. You never know. But I suspect it to be maybe, you know, UK citizens that refuse to, you know, fight the war. Maybe avoided the draft or whatever. And of course they would be put in military prison.
But maybe let's jump to some funnier or maybe some cheerful, some more facts that are more cheerful than World War One. Let's talk about Senna. We all know him, legend of Formula One. Back in 1993, he had his lap of the gods, they call it to this day. He actually started in P1 here in Donington, but then at the start he dropped instantly back to P5, and only in one lap up to turn 10 he actually overtook 5 cars. That was Michael Schumacher, Carl Wendingler, Damon Hill and Alain Prost. He managed to overtake 5 cars in only 10 turns, which is for Formula 1 standards, quite impressive. And also it was extremely wet on this day. Yeah,
I remember reading that today about the wet weather. That's what made it so impressive also. Sorry folks, we've got quite a lot of drivers here. Mr. Raymond Crawford is currently in the pits, Mr. Riggin, Mr. Potvin has pitted as well. There's a list who's pitted, I'll check it in a moment. But sorry, we ended with, after that incident, with the top guys here, Mr. Newcoop, Mr. Big U, and I'm not sure if it was Mr. Woolley or not, but yeah, so there's the current standings. Mr. Newcoop P2, Mr. Big U, sorry, P3, Mr. Woolley P4, Mr. Majolo P5, and Mr. Trevino. Wow, I think he was quite far back the grid a little while ago, now into P6. Don't get me wrong, some people have pitted, so that's obviously those positions gained for the moment. Action currently at the moment, Mr. Camaras 0.7 seconds out from Mr. Fox. Mr. Parkey, same again, just less than a second out from Mr. Hussein. And Mr. U closing in on Mr. Newcoop for that P2. Let's see what happens here. We're expecting a lot of people to start pitting. This is the pit window time for the fuel, so let's keep an eye on that. Mr. Parkey 0.1 seconds out from Mr. Hussein.
Let's see if you get some slips sooner there, but actually if some people are pitting in the next 8 to 10 minutes, I still have one fun fact in store, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, awesome bro.
So now seeing attack from Mr. Parkey on the inside, heavy braking to happen, keeping it tight in the inside, keeping the inside line covered, and very nicely done, accelerating back out.
Yeah, that's a great overtaking point, because even if you just misjudge your braking point, you're going to run wide, and anyone that's judged their braking point bang on, it's just going to take the inside slowly and then accelerate away and take that position. So it's a really good overtaking spot, and definitely a place to watch on the track. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, of course, Andy, and but the last turn as well. I mean, you even if you hit your braking point bang on the hairpin, you still have one turn to go, and the other car who runs wide has the speed advantage. So if you're unlucky, they could catch you in the last corner again, and then you have to be quite defensive.
Yeah, those two hairpins are called Goddard's and the Melbourne hairpin. So Goddard's is the one just before the finish line, and the Melbourne hairpin is the second last turn, I believe. Anyway folks, we're just looking for people entering the pit at the moment, and once everyone's kind of fueled, we can start seeing those not final positions, but we can start to see the order approaching the end of the race. Mr. Bella is currently 20 seconds out from Mr. Newcoop at the moment. That's not unexpected for Mr. Bella. Absolutely fast driver. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 second lead. It's absolute insane, bro. Insane.
I mean, Andy,
go ahead.
Do you think Bella has fun racing?
I think it's well, you know, I thought about this. I thought about this before, and you know, when you're that concentrated on the victory and on the finish line, you're not thinking about anything else. Do you know what I'm saying by that? You're that busy chasing the win, chasing the glory, chasing whatever motivates you. Some people it's glory, some people it's you know, attention, you know, the ego, all these other things. I'm not saying that's Marcy, I'm just saying in general. So, you know, I'm sure Marcy's got his motivation, and that's what he'll be concentrating on, rather than how bored he is or that there's no one around him. I think he'll be concentrating on that line and getting to that line, more importantly. And
Definitely.
I thought Mr. Mohammed was just going to take Mr. Hussein there for a P13.
Let's stick to this action.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you going to say? And
no,
sorry, we can see Mr. Hussein going into the pits there.
Going to pits, there's a no fight with Mohammed at this point.
Yeah.
We have to keep an eye on that if Mohammed is still not pitting. The other way around. If Mohammed is pitting, then maybe Hussein will be coming out of the pits when Mohammed is exiting. So this will be very interesting to see if they will catch up to each other again.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Pulver is just taking that position over Mr. Kusbrook for P18. It was a nice overtake on the inside there. Mr. Big U closing that gap into Mr. Newcoop, 0.8 seconds out. And Mr. Ango just lost a position to Mr. Leva there, taking Mr. Leva into P15. Mr. Ango hot in the heels there, but just made a little mistake.
I'm currently wondering, I looked at Mr. Leva and I saw an orange Ferrari in front, which is Mr. Trevino, but he's in P6. Maybe Andy, can you switch the charts to the present positions? Yes, thank you. So actually we have some lapped cars at the moment. With Mr. Leva in P15 and the next car is not P14, so it's actually P6, Mr. Trevino. This could be because of pit strategies. Yeah, as I said, folks, the grid's going to be all over the place until everyone's pitted, and then we can see the kind of semi-final, order going towards the end of the race. Correct.
So for the next 10 minutes, it's going to be confusing, somewhat. Not completely, but a little. It can get confusing at times. We've got a lot of drivers on the grid today. I think we started off with 27. We're currently down to 23, and of course a few drivers have retired.
Yeah, and actually for the ones who are not familiar with the overlay on your top left corner of your screen, the car that we selected is white at the moment, and if you see a blue car, so it's always from the perspective of the selected car. So the blue car is the one you lapped, so they will get a blue flag and have to let you pass. And as you see here for Mr. Crawford, He's white because we selected him, and all the red cars, they lapped him, so he is 1 lap behind of all the red cars, just for information.
Yeah, as you can see, Mr. Marty Fox is right behind Mr. Crawford at the moment.
Yeah, Mr. Fox, cool that you show him actually one of our biggest winners at the moment. He's in P8, Andy. I think we talked about that, Mr. Fox. He started in P17, now in P8, so 9 places gained. Very good.
Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Also, Mr. Hussein is out the pit. Mr. Mohammed hasn't pitted yet, but just overtook Mr. Hussein for P18 now. But of course, when Mr. Mohammed pits, Hussein will gain that position back, if not more. Mr. Leva just took position over Mr. Bremmer there for P13. Mr. Leva, normally a fast guy, and as I said, currently in P13. Lots of mistakes tonight from Mr. Leva. We've seen him going off the track quite a lot. Quite out of character for Mr. Leva, normally a reasonably consistent driver, so yeah. Yeah, not everyone likes these tracks here in the UK. As we said before, they're very tight. The weather's not always great, so that impacts the track conditions. Yeah, so not for everyone these tracks here in the UK. But we are of course glad of the participation from all the drivers, seeing it through even though they may not like the track 100%.
Very good to see. We started with 27 drivers, we're down now to 23, but it's totally normal. Some guys retire. That's totally normal. Actually, Bruno Longarella retired as well. Very sad to see, but he was so unlucky. He had 2 or 3 incidents, and yeah, I can understand that you retire at this point.
Yeah. We had Mr. Newcoop just going into the pit there for his fuel, so he's going to drop down a few positions, and Mr. Cook also in the pits for assumedly fuel, because as I said folks, we're at that 45-minute mark where the strategy is simple: halfway, half fuel, keep it simple, keep the weight down as well, carry the minimum amount of fuel you need to get to that halfway mark. The grid at the moment's all over the place. We're waiting on everyone pitting, as I said, and assuming the not final positions, but you know, setting the grid for the second stint of the race.
Yeah, maybe I can throw my last fun fact here.
We've got plenty of time, bro.
Because we talked so much about pit strategy and the pits and exiting the pits and entering the pits and so on. Actually, we jump back in time to 1993 again to Senna's lap in the rain and his 5 overtakes in only 10 corners. Senna accidentally set the fastest lap back in the race in 1993, and it was actually a world record, but not because he was so fast, but because he drove through the pit lane without stopping. And back in the days, they had no speed limit in the pits, so Senna drove with 200 kilometers per hour through the pits. Wow. And set the fastest lap. Yeah.
Well, you know, as I said earlier during our conversation this evening, you know, I can't even remember what I said now. Something to do with rules. Yeah, you can't break rules that don't exist.
Yep.
Sorry, we just seen Mr. Marsabella there coming out the pits. So that puts Mr. Marsabella in P3 for the remainder of the race. I'm sure he will get back up to P1. I don't know if Mr. Trevino, currently in P2, has stopped for fuel yet, but I'm suspecting he will need to stop for fuel, and I'm not sure if Mr. Woolley has stopped for fuel yet. Maybe Florian, you can check those statistics for us and let us know who has stopped to pit, and yeah, that information would be great, bro.
Yes, Mr. Woolley currently on P1 still has to pit, and Mr. Trevino on P2 has to pit.
There he goes now.
As he goes now. Perfect. And maybe or not maybe, but Mr. Fox has to pit as well. Maybe he will come in at this point as well. And then only Mr. Koosbrug is the last guy to has to pit. So only 3 guys now.
Well, that's very unexpected. I thought, West drivers than that had actually pitted. But no, as you said, most of the guys are pitted. So very interesting. The next couple of minutes will set the set the grid for, as I said, the second half of the race.
Yeah, and as we see, Marty Fox is in the pits as well as Mr. Koosberg. So at this time only P1, currently Mr. Woolley, is the last guy to pit. And of course this will drop him back quite some places, and Mr. Marcy Bella will be back on P1 where he belongs.
Yeah, and of course that'll put Mr. Dress, Mr. Newcoop and Mr. Big U and Mr. Maggiolo all up a position. Mr. Maggiolo, always good to see him on track. I think we missed him last time, he got disconnected. Yep. And couldn't join the race again because we lock the races here, ladies and gentlemen, when the race begins. We don't like new drivers coming in. These are public lobbies, you can join, but be on time and you will get in the server, no problem. If you're late, you won't be able to join the server. And as you said, go ahead.
Yeah, you can join us on Scottish Legends, of course, on Discord. Great community, very friendly.
Yep.
And if you have questions, just hit one of us up and we will head you in the right direction.
Absolutely. You can also visit ScottishLegends.com. That's Scottish-legends.com, and you'll see all the information there. The leaderboards, the hot laps, fuel calculator, good stuff like that. So, yep, ScottishLegends.com. Give that a visit. Okay, folks, I think that's our grid set for the second half. Mr. Dresch 22 seconds out from Mr. Bella. Mr. Bella incredibly able to keep that gap after the pit. Very impressive. Mr. Newcoop almost 5 seconds out from Mr. Dresch in P2. And Mr. Big U 0.7 seconds out from Mr. Newcoop for P3. Mr. Pommy 0.8 seconds out from Mr. Fox, and everyone else is at least 2 seconds out. So let's keep an eye on Mr. Big U and Mr. Newcoop and Mr. Pommy and Mr. Fox. Mr. Lever's making some progress there, but it's just fell behind, unfortunately. The closest gap we've got at the moment, folks, is Big U and Mr. Newcoop. Let's keep an eye on this.
Yeah, Big U, he started on P5, now on P4, so I think he is very aggressive, or he wants to be very aggressive and get that overtake to Mika Newcoop to get on this podium position.
Yeah.
But Mika is a good driver as well, he knows how to defend and when to defend, and it will be very hard to get past Mika. I raced against him quite a lot, and yeah, I know that for a fact.
Awesome. And that coupled with these tracks here in the UK being so tight and not very wide, as I said earlier, compared to some of the international tracks, or most of the international tracks, but it's really wide. So as you said earlier, these straights, or if you can outbrake each other on these hairpins, then that's your overtaking points.
Yeah.
Mr. Pommy 0.3 seconds out from Mr. Fox. This is for P10, folks. Heading down the straight. Let's see what happens here.
Very good braking from Mr. Pommy there, getting closer in the corner. But it seems that the BMW from Mr. Fox has a little bit better acceleration. It's really now in a heavy braking point and a fast right-hander, keeping it tight in the inside and also tight in the outside. Very good from both drivers, not running it right and ending on the grass, as we see from many guys at the beginning of the race. It's quite unusual to see a Honda here. Oh, little mistake there from Mr. Pommy. He slipped a little bit and now lost all his advantage to Marty Fox, as he's now attacked from Mr. from Mr. Lever, the white and black blue. As Mr. Lever now going for the move. Tommy is trying the good old switcheroo, so basically they switch places.
Yep.
Side by side now for the last corner. But of course, Poema has the advantage by being in the inside of the corner, and yeah, great overtake.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. I've lost him now, where is he? Mr. No, Mr. Trevino. Who just pitted there, bro?
Mr. Grundy or Mr. Wigan. Mr. Wigan had 3 pits, and Mr. Grundy had 2 pits, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe they misjudged the fuel or didn't, forgot to fuel, I don't know. Or repairs.
No, he's retired. That was Mr. Dresch, he's retired.
Yeah, but another attack at the moment from Mr. Poema to Marty Fox. Now Mr. Poema inside and very good overtaking there.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Sorry folks, I was caught up with Mr. Dresch falling down the charts and then retiring. Let's keep an eye on this action here.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, Andy. No worries.
Thank you, bro.
As Pommy is now side by side with Marty Fox, heading down to our hairpin.
It's always very advantageous to keep that inside coming down there. If you're on the outside, the chances are you're going to lose that position on the exit. Heading down the Wheatcroft straight into Redgate. All nice through there. Been quite difficult to judge that turn coming down off the straight, because if you don't get it quite right, if you don't get it quite right, you're going to run wide.
Yeah, and we see Mr. Pofty in the white and red Ford there with the blood stains. He's attacking now Mr. Fox as well. Actually, one of our biggest winners, or the biggest winner, he started in P27, so I think that was that last. And he gained 14 places now in P13.
Wow.
And this, what you saw there, was not an overtake.
Yeah, I've seen
actually.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was searching for him.
I think it was Mr. Camaras falling behind in a position. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, maybe switch back to the other chart, Andy.
Yep. I actually get quite a lot of board drivers, for the top 3 positions here. Top, and yeah, certainly 2, 3 and 4.
As Mr. Hussein on P16 actually got a drive-through penalty.
Yeah.
This is not issued by race control this evenings. This is issued by the game. And I think that's because he cut too many corners. And if you cut 3 corners, you have to serve your drive-through penalty.
Yeah, that will be track limits. Got some action at the back. People pitting, retiring for the race. I think Mr. Crawford. They may be pitting for fuel at this late stage. We're only 15 minutes out from the halfway mark, so Mr. Crawford and Mr. Riggin may be shown. Let's keep an eye on those guys. Mr. Kamaris fell behind a few minutes ago down into P13. Seems to have recovered and fighting Mr. Potvin for that P12. Mr. Lever hot in the heels of Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox keeping a hold of that P10, that you know, that infamous P10. I expect Marty Fox to gain a couple of positions, you know, during the rest of the race. What else can be said? Yeah, Mr. Big U coming down the straight, 0.4 seconds out from Mr. Newcoop. Let's see if he can get the draft. I don't think so, just looking at the gap there, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, so we're approaching our 30-minute mark, only 30 minutes to go, so we already raced 1 whole hour. I mean, you have to, as a driver, you have to keep your concentration up. Every corner has to be perfect or somewhat perfect. So it's pretty hard to make some mistakes. Sorry, it's pretty easy, not hard. It's pretty easy to make some mistakes in a 90 minutes race.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of time. It's a lot of time to be in the sim rig, or for those guys that have got the direct drive strapped to the desk and perhaps on some kind of computer chair. We've all been there, I suspect. Those glory days.
With the G920.
yeah. For the other guys, the more pro guys that have got the good seats and stuff, those guys will be comfortable for the 90 minutes.
Oh, and Luca Maggiolo is now attacking. Oh, sorry, it was not an attack. I'm very sorry. Luca Maggiolo just approached a back marker.
Yep.
Who got the blue flag. That was actually Mr. Gwendy on P15. So
no, it can be very confusing after the shuffle of the halfway pit stop. As you can see, the relative timings that show the blue flags. Is very convenient, very helpful.
The closest action at the moment is Mr. Lever against Mr. Fox. Ooh!
I think we're going to replay that, folks.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Lever got the speed advantage there, but I think he misjudged Marty Fox. Or did he brake too early? Let's see. No.
Oh.
No, Marty Fox braked right at the right moment. That was totally okay, but I think Mr. Lever just forgot to brake.
Yeah, overshot it completely, yeah.
As Mr. Hussein cleared his drive-through, you saw it for a split second there on the right side of your screen. Very dangerous pit exit, because it's actually the entry for turn 1. Very lucky that we had no accidents there today. As we have a new fastest lap from this day, this will be my favorite driver. I can tell you that Mr. Trevino is my personal favorite driver of the day, even with 27 minutes remaining. He actually set the fastest lap time now with a race lap time of 1 minute 26.6, and for comparison, Mr. Bella got a 0.8. So 0.2 seconds faster than Marcy Bella race time wise.
Yeah, you know, I've got to agree with that assessment, bro. Absolutely. Mr. Big U unable to close that gap to Mr. Newcoop, still 0.8 seconds out. That gap has been very consistent over the last few laps. We'll keep an eye on that action. Everyone is at least 1.5 seconds out from each other. We have Mr. Lever 1.5 seconds out from Mr. Marty Fox, and that will be for P10. So yeah, folks, the closest action we've got is Mr. Big U and Mr. Newcoop. Mr. Big U, as I said, is 0.9 seconds out. I'm not sure. It looks like Mika might be hitting traffic shortly. You can see Mr. Ango there in the blue. Oh, and Mr. Newcoops went in the pits. Ooh, unexpectedly. Any insight, Florian?
No, very unexpected.
Yeah.
He was on P3, now he will drop.
Oh, he's got a drive-through. He's got a drive-through. Track limits, probably.
Yeah, that is track limits.
Yeah, I suspect that he broke the track limits just at the end of that lap and decided just to serve the penalty there and then, because it never showed on screen immediately.
Yeah, there was some quite delay too.
Yep. And that of course puts Mr. Mika Newcoop down into P5 for the moment, 1.4 seconds out from Mr. Maggiolo. Let's give Mr. Maggiolo some love. There he is, folks. Really fast, consistent driver. Depending on the track, I think that's true of most of the drivers. Of the drivers, even the most seasoned ones, have their tracks that they prefer and perform best on. Mr. Leva is almost 0.9 seconds out from Mr. Fox here. Mr. Fox still keeping that P10. Good to see. Makes my predictions and Florian's predictions come true. So very consistent there, Mr. Fox.
So I'm currently looking at Mika Newcoop approaching Luca Maggiolo.
Yeah, I just seen that 0.5 seconds out. Let's stay with these guys, folks, and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't want to be Mika at this point. But I also don't want to be Luca, because Mika will put a lot of pressure onto Luca and try to get at least the 4th position back. He will definitely not catch up to P3 if Woolley is not making any mistakes, but he could get this P4 at this moment, maybe. Both cars racing the Scottish Legends livery. First car is Luca Maggiolo P4 and second is Mika Newcoop on P5. This Mika is now trying to get his nose in the inside of the corner, but that sacrifices a lot of exiting speed there. Maybe a move he should have not, he shouldn't have done. As we're approaching another hairpin, better exit from Mika Newcoop there. But Luca Maggiolo is defending the inside. That's very important from Luca Maggiolo to keep the inside line covered. Yeah, very good. He definitely knows what he's doing. As we're approaching another last turn. Yeah, no chance for Mika Newcoop there to get past Luca Maggiolo. This is currently the closest action we got on to. Yeah, this is currently the closest action. And I think some battle we should definitely follow, Andy, don't you think?
Absolutely. We can go on board with Mr. Newcoop if you want for a lap.
Yep.
Cool.
Sure.
On board here with the McLaren 720S, driven by Mr. Newcoop. We've got Mr. Maggiolo and the Ferrari in front. Two well-matched cars, two well-matched drivers, so really interesting here. I'm not going to do the flying lap like Mr. Brown, although Florian, if you would like to take over and maybe talk a little bit about when the drivers need to brake, when they need to do what they need to do.
You can do another flying lap as well, of course. I actually see some damage on the back of Luca Maggiolo's car there. And Mika also got a little bit closer there during the back straight as he's now trying to get in the inside there. Very tight, extremely close to the rear bumper of Luca Maggiolo. But you see Luca Maggiolo is defending very well, swerving left and right. That's something you're definitely allowed to do, keeping the inside line covered. Now let's see who has the better exiting speed here. As Mika is trying to find his way, Luca Maggiolo is squeezing him to the right side. So, oh, then there's some contact as well. Luca Maggiello is running wide as Mika gets the position for P4. As we actually see in the background, Trevino getting an advantage there as well because Luca Maggiello runs wide. There's Mika as Trevino is now on P5 there. So extremely unfortunate for Luca Maggiello, losing 2 places then in a split second. I really don't want to be in his car now. I think he's screaming and
yeah, I believe that
punching his wheel. Yeah. Sorry, Andy. Yeah,
no.
your turn. Don't worry about it.
Go on. Yeah, I think that happened at the old hairpin there, which is turn 4. Yeah, I'm very unfortunate. I was going to replay it, but I wanted to keep up with the action. The replay's gone now. We're out of the time sync. But yeah, very fortunate for Mr. Trevino there. And as you said, very unfortunate for Mr. Maggiello. He's still got 20 minutes left. That's quite a lot of time. You know, that's an entire sprint race. So a lot can happen here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Luca Maggiello maybe defended a little bit too hard. But you can also blame Mika. I would weight it as a racing incident. Luca Maggiello pushed Mika Newcop a little bit to the right side, Mika had to stay on the inside to slow him down on the exiting corner a little bit. But then on the first lap, on the first turn, there was some contact.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something the stewards will take a look at. Here at the Legends, we've got very impartial and professional stewards, Mr. Marty Fox being one of them. As you can see by his consistency on the track, he's also very consistent in real life also. Yep. Bit of a tangent there on the stewards, but yeah, I'm sure the stewards will have a look at that and decide what is appropriate.
It will be interesting now to see if Mr. Trevino will...
Yeah, Mr. Trevino on the inside, just, couldn't hold it. And a little switcheroo with Mr. Newcoup there. Mr. Newcoup keeping that P4.
I have a feeling that Trevino will attack Newcop again.
Yeah, 0.3 seconds out, closing that gap. Mr. Maggiello 1 second out from Mr. Trevino, falling behind as we can see there. Mr. Hussein has got a yellow flag. We're not going to pursue that at the moment. We'll keep up with this action here.
Yeah, we're approaching now a back marker. You can see the grey Aston Martin there. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it can be very challenging to...
and there was contact between Luca Maggiello and the back marker Aston Martin. This was Mr. Ango.
I'm not sure there was any option there for Mr. Ango.
Yeah, there was definitely option.
It could have went wide, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think he should have done that. In my opinion, Mr. Ango should have run wide. He's 3 laps behind of the leader. He should have run wide. He's back in 17th place, nothing to fight about, and he knows there's a battle between him, in front of him, behind him, in the car behind him wants to get past, and holding the inside line, the racing line, is in my opinion not the best place to be. I don't want to be harsh here on Ango, but maybe next time run it a little bit wide there and then we're all fine.
Yeah, you know, what I would say is I think that Mr. Ango had already committed to the apex, and you know, being unpredictable and changing your line in a split second isn't a good idea. So I think it was just one of those things where both drivers found themselves in that position and unfortunately had some contact.
Yeah.
Yellow flag from Mr. Potvin. Nothing. Oh. Sorry, I was going to replay that there. Mr. Camaras has just overtaken Mr. Potvin for that P12 after a slight mistake from Mr. Potvin. Catching back up with the leaders here, or top 5 anyway, at least Mr. Trevino. Looks like he's going to be our driver of the day, 0.2 seconds out from Mr. Newcomb. Very hot action here, bumper to bumper almost. Let's keep an eye, see what happens here, because Mr. Trevino, as Florian says, has the fastest lap of the race, so certainly faster than Mr. Newcomb.
I mean, Andy, you are free to choose another driver.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. I think it's spot on.
Yeah.
I thought we lost Mr. Marty Fox. There he is, holding on to that P10 like a death grip. Yeah, well done to Mr. Marty Fox for his consistency. Yeah, 0.3 seconds out from P9. So,
yeah.
15 minutes to go here, folks. A lot can happen in 15 minutes. So let's see if Mr. Fox can take that spot from Mr. Pommy for P9 before the timer runs out.
Yeah, Andy, the last time I checked we had 30 minutes left, and now I'm checking the clock a second time and only 15 minutes. The time flew right past.
It did. I was thinking the same thing.
Let's see if Marty Fox can attack Mr. Pommy in his green Honda again. He also has the pressure from Mr. Lever in the back as well, a great and fast driver of the Legends here with a cool livery this evening, as we see Trevino.
I've got an attack here from Mr. Trevino and Mr. Newcomb for P4. He was very close just at that last corner there, but just slowly falling behind, but he's still 0.2 seconds out, so still very close at the moment. Mr. Matty Fox is 0.4 seconds out from Mr. Pommy, that is for P9, so we'll keep an eye on that there, folks. And Mr. Potvin is closing in on Mr. Camaras for P12, 0.4 seconds out. Also keep note of that. But let's follow this action here between Mr. Trevino and Mr. Newcomb for P4.
Only about 0.2 seconds now. And do you think, Andy, he has time left, those 30 minutes to do a move and to overtake him, get P4?
Yeah, absolutely, because if that driver in front makes a mistake, you've got the position. So as long as you can keep up with that driver in front, even though there may be 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, you know, that driver in front can make a mistake on the last lap and, you know, position gained. So it can be very unpredictable.
And I have a feeling that Mr. Trevino is actually faster in the third sector. He's getting very close in through the hairpin and through the chicane into two hairpins. And always has a lot of speed out of the last corner. But it's always a few meters. And he didn't, and he can't make it.
Yeah, we did pit halfway. I'm assuming everyone replaced their tyres, so I don't think tyres are going to be an issue here today. And it's still quite early it's still quite early in the evening, I want to say, it's only 20 past 4 in the afternoon. So temperatures are quite high, tyres will probably be good. So yeah, it makes for good close action.
Yeah, our track is currently on the optimum level. We have 22 degrees in the air and a track temperature of 27 degrees, which is, as Andy mentioned, pretty good for the tires. But we have a lot of grip.
Mr. Lever closing in on Mr. Marty Fox, 0.2 seconds out for that P10. Come on, Marty.
Two great battles.
Absolutely, absolutely. Those gaps have just increased. Mr. Matty Fox is making progress on Mr. Pommy for that P9, 0.3 seconds out.
And also the gap increased between Trevino and Newcop, P5 and 4. Now a gap of 0.5 seconds at this moment. So we can, if you want, Andy, we only can stay with Fox if you want.
Yep.
And I will keep an eye on Trevino.
Haven't really seen much problems with back markers tonight, excuse me, which is really good to see. You know, some races can be just full of blue flags and interrupts the racing somewhat.
Yeah, only one small incident that we saw here. But I think we had a very good move from Mr. Lever in the black and white, in the wet and white Ford Mustang. We got very close to Matty Fox there in the last hairpin, and they were for a brief second of time, they were side by side. But still, Matty Fox has the upper hand here.
Oh.
Oi, oi, oi.
As I was talking about, it just takes that driver in front to make that mistake, and you've got the position. Even though there may be 2 minutes to go, it may be even on the last lap. So that's a perfect example of you know, the timer running out. And of course that puts Mr. Matty Fox in P9, and Mr. Lever only 0.4 seconds out. So that's going to give Mr. Matty Fox quite a hard time in this remaining 10 minutes.
Definitely, I think for me personally, I think it's sometimes easier if you follow a fast car in front than to be the fast car in front.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a strategy, you know, just sit behind, you know you're faster than the guy in front, so you're just sitting behind, you know, keeping the pace with the car in front, and then at the right moment, you know, you do your thing. So, yeah, can be a strategy depending on the circumstance. Mr. Lever 0.3 seconds out from Mr. Fox for that P9. Let's keep an eye on that, folks. Mr. Trevino not really making any progress. Still half a second out from Mr. Newcop. Mr. Newcop doing really well. Mr. Newcop running into traffic here. We were talking about those blue flags just a minute ago. Excuse me. We've got Mr. Newcop here running into Mr. Parkey, and of course Mr. Parkey actually taking his foot off that accelerator and giving those guys the room they need, which is absolutely outstanding from Mr. Parkey. We've seen Mr. Parkey quite a few times here on the stream. Really good to have him here.
Yeah, perfect. Mr. Lever is also not getting close to Mr. Fox, now a gap of 0.6 seconds. So closest action currently, with Newcop. Only 7 minutes, sorry Andy, only 7 minutes remaining at this time. Andy, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Bremer was making some progress there for P7 against Mr. Cook, 0.4 seconds out. He was slightly closer than that, as you can see here, they're pretty close together. Mr. Trevino and Mr. Newcop 0.3 seconds out, so that gap is pretty consistent. And as you just mentioned there, Mr. Lever and Mr. Fox 0.3 seconds out. I think that Mr. Fox will manage to defend quite comfortably for the last, you know, perhaps 8 minutes, including the max overtime. Mr. Bremer making that attack on Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook, of course, in the same livery. 0.3 seconds out, 0.2 at the moment. Let's see what happens here. And as we talked about, if Mr. Cook does make a mistake, the chances are Mr. Bremer is going to take that position. A yellow flag from Mr. Hussein there. I'm not quite sure what happened, but let's keep up with the action with Mr. Bremer and Mr. Cook for P8. Mr. Parkey 0.1 seconds out from Mr. Camaras. Not seeing much Mr. Camaras tonight. Oh, and not quite sure what happened there. Who was that? It was a legend. I'm not quite sure who though. Maggio perhaps?
Could be, yeah. Parky was the back marker at this point, and I think a lap car hit him in the back. But I think no one did that on purpose.
No, of course not.
But it looked really strange, yeah. It looked really strange.
And of course, let's see if we can catch that. Oh, and he's left his server, I think. Yeah, he's left his server, so we're onto a different driver, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Bremer, just a yellow flag there. Looks like he lost the position to Mr. Sorry, excuse me. Looks like he took P7 and then fell back down to P8. Obviously, Mr. Cook keeping that P7. Sorry, excuse me. Lost my train of thought here.
Currently no changes at the front. Marcy Bella still in P1. Then we got Mr. Woolley. We definitely have to talk about Mr. Woolley because we didn't see him on the stream at all, I think. In my opinion, that's one of the only or first times we saw him here. He started in P6, he gained 4 positions, and now he's on P4. Very surprising driver this evening.
No, we've seen Mr. Woolley before. He's been on the stream a couple of times. Yeah, he's on the Discord as well. The South African livery there was uploaded. That's a custom livery. So
yeah, I know the driver, I know the livery, sure, cool, but I haven't seen him on the stream this evening so much.
Oh yeah, sorry bro, yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, I totally agree with you. He's kept himself quiet and, you know, it's obviously paid off because, you know, he's in P2. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you bro. He's been very quiet for the stream this evening. Keeping himself out of trouble, keeping it clean, keeping it fast, good to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's always better to not be on the stream.
Yeah. Mr. Trevino trying to close that gap to Mr. Newcoop in these last remaining few minutes here. Let's take this last couple of minutes to run through the grid, ladies and gentlemen. There's your race winner, most likely, Mr. Marcibella. Let's not jinx him with the commentator's curse or anything.
No.
So yeah, Mr. Woolley, as Florian has said, really quiet. You know, the kind of silent but deadly kind of thing. As you can see, that's your P2 most likely, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Big U, never seen him on the stream before. He's obviously most likely running a custom livery, so we can't see it at the moment. But Mr. Big U, if you're watching the stream or listening or whatever, get yourself on the Discord, get your livery uploaded so we can see it on the stream. Your P4, ladies and gentlemen, most likely Mr. Newcoop, absolutely outstanding tonight, kept his positions well for the entire race, done some heavy defending in the last few laps as we've seen against Mr. Trevino. Mr. Trevino himself in the orange Ferrari there, great driver, plenty of action on the stream tonight, so yeah, thank you for that Mr. Trevino. That's most likely going to be your P5. Mr. Maggiolo, always a favourite, big love for Mr. Maggiolo, sporting the Scottish Legends livery there, most likely your P6. Mr. Cook, the Senna livery, he really likes that livery.
Oh, and Mr. Fox did a mistake there, we have to do a replay of that.
Go.
Is the replay coming?
Yeah, missed it, sorry.
Okay, we missed it.
Okay,
but,
let's see what happens here. No, I missed it.
Yeah,
sorry, folks.
We missed it in the replay, but actually Marty Fox misjudges his braking point through the hairpin. chicane, sorry, always mistakes happen in chicane, through the chicane. And he runs wide, cuts the corner, runs through the grass and through the gravel, and it's an easy overtake for Mr. Lever there. So with only 50 seconds remaining, Marty Fox will, I think he will not catch up back to Lever if he's not doing any mistakes. And yeah, and if you want, you can continue with Bremer.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks for filling us in on that action there, buddy. We can see we've got some action here between Mr. Cook and Mr. Bremer. Mr. Bremer just taking P7 over Mr. Cook there, and Mr. Cook gaining it back on the chicane. Well done, Mr. Cook, and of course creating a gap there, which is most important in these crucial last moments of the race. Who else we got? Mr. Trevino, 0.3 seconds out. He will be battling hard against Mr. Newcoop for this remaining 10 seconds and max overtime. Let's don't forget our Mr. Bella there out in front chasing the victory, and Mr. Fox maintaining P10. Well done, Mr. Fox. Unfortunate for the slight mistake at the end there, but absolutely outstanding performance tonight. Who else we got? Mr. Camaras. Mr. Camaras just lost a position to Mr. Parkey a few seconds ago there, putting Mr. Parkey into P12 for the final lap of the race. Sorry, that was a lot, bro.
It was perfect comprehension. Yeah, very unfortunate for Marty Fox. It's so easy to do a little mistake in the last 1 or 2 minutes and lose a place because of that. It's very hard to keep your concentration up in a 90 minutes race. So yeah, mistakes can happen, that's totally normal, but P10 is still a good place to be, as he started in P17, so he gained 7 places, so nothing to feel bad about.
Yeah, and we just see him get on the grass there, it's okay because he's still got a 10-second gap from P11 behind.
As Marcy Bella now is over the finish line.
I was looking for it. Well done, Marcy, as ever. Absolute star, mate. Absolutely brilliant, outstanding performance. Ahead of the field, ahead of the curve, ahead of everything. Absolutely outstanding.
And I mean, you can take a look at the gap. Mr. Woolley is only through the chicane at this moment, now approaching our first hairpin.
So, yeah, Mr. Bullet.
Our P2 this evening. Very good drive. He started on P6, gained 4 positions, and now is on P2. Congrats to him.
Absolutely.
As you see Mr. Big U crossing the line as well. He started P5, gaining 2 positions as well, so P3 for him as well. Congrats to our podium winners. Very good driving.
Yeah,
and
big up to Mr. Newcop. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go.
Mr. Newcop, he started in P3, lost 1 position, so now on P4. Not a good drive for him. And then our driver of the day, Mr. Trevino, he started P10, gained 5 positions, actually got the fastest lap of the race. And all his battles and attacks were such fun to watch. Very entertaining, very good driver this evening.
Yeah, I think they're lining up for some kind of photo shoot there. No, great performance from all the drivers. Unfortunately, we did lose a few. Let's go to the results here, folks. Yeah,
Luca Maggiolo, P6, starting on P9, gaining 3 positions. And in total, our biggest winner is actually Mr. Küch on P7. He started on P15 and gained 8 places. And all drivers gained a little bit of places because we started with 27 drivers, now finishing with 19. So only the biggest losers is only Mr. Lever, and he only lost 2 places there, starting on P7, now P9. So very good race from everyone, and yeah, great battles. Andy?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking through the little schedule thing I've got here because I want to mention the race on Friday. But before that, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there's your standings there. Mr. Marcibella, Mr. Willie, Mr. Big U, P3, new driver to the stream. Welcome, Mr. Trevino, also a new driver to the stream. So yeah, driver of the day, still Mr. Trevino for you, Florian?
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that. So well done, Mr. Trevino, for driver of the day. Yeah, so on Friday, the Fun Friday Championship, on Friday, is a 3-stunt session. I think it's Kyalami, Suzuka, and Paul Ricard. In order, that would be Paul Ricard, Kyalami, and then lastly Suzuka. I think they're going to be 20-minute sprints each. I think maybe 10-15 minutes qualifying, I can't remember. But that's on the 7th, this Friday coming. So yeah, tune in for that one. It's the GT3 Porsche Cup, so that'll be very interesting. As I said, Paul Ricard, Kyalami and Suzuka. The week after that, the Friday after that, on the 14th of August, we have round 6. And that will be the finale, so, and that will be on the Nordschleife, so that'll be very interesting as well. I'm not sure how much of the Monday Marathon we've got left. I think we've only got a few other tracks to do, and then that'll be moving on to season 2. I think it's going to remain GT3 because we have the multi-class on the Friday. So yeah, tune in for those every Monday and every Friday at 7 o'clock GMT. If you want to participate, get on the Discord. You know the script by now. It's in the description, or visit ScottishLegends.com, and it's Scottish-Legends.com. Yep. So I'm not going to bother covering the graphic schedule. We were supposed to do a driver interview tonight, but unfortunately the driver couldn't participate in the race, so we couldn't do the interview. But for the next Monday Marathon, maybe even the Friday, this upcoming Friday, we'll have a driver for the interview. So that'll be fun. That'll be a new element to the stream. I've not got much more to say, Florian. Anything to add to that, or the results we see here tonight?
I got nothing to add, Andy. I'm looking forward to our next races and our next sessions.
Perfect.
I'm looking forward to the interview. I thank everyone very much for watching, and especially for racing this evening with us here at Scottish Legends. And for me, Florian, I'm out, and I wish everyone a nice evening there.
Right, okay. That's perfect, bro. I've been your host, Andy McDonald. My co-host, teammate, Mr. Florian. It's good night from us both, and we'll see you next time.